Hey everyone, welcome back to another World of Warships Blitz video. So today I've got the Tier 10 hybrid United States battleship, the Louisiana, up. There's good points and bad points to this ship. I am not a fan of the dive bombers, the way they work. Their mechanics for just clicking and forgetting about them, I really don't care for that at all. So, it gives me a little bit of I don't want to call it heartache or anything like that, but I don't want to contribute to the CV issue that I see in this game. But on the other hand, Louisiana with its fighters and its dive bombers, when you're in a non-CV game, gives your team an excellent spotting advantage. If there's a CV in the game against you, you're you're a monster AA ship. So, I kind of take the good and the bad with this ship. So let's talk about it. So, your elite ship bonus, elite ground service. Yeah, you could drop the prep time on your fighters and your dive bombers, but really, unless you get really lucky with fires and damage cons and such, you're going to do more damage with your guns. You want to get more gun range. So that's why I chose the Advanced Gun Director here. Looking at the camouflages, the historical with the hit points, firing range, and shell dispersion's really nice. During the early access event for this, I got lucky out of one of my free keys, and I picked up the Stormy Sky camo for this. Same thing. Hit points, firing range, shell dispersion, a little more bomb damage, so it's technically the better camo, but you could work with either one. So obviously, this is a hybrid. You got fighters and dive bombers. You got a rapid reload 1, 2 of those, and a defensive AA. I only got one charge of it, but I've been focused early in a game by an enemy CV, and their first pass gives me a clear sky medal with this thing. So like I said, the AA is absolutely monstrous. Let's look at the stats real quick. You do have 62,000 hit points, and you got good American fire and flooding resistance, and you got a nice torpedo damage reduction. The issue with this ship, you only have 10% citadel protection, only 13.5% damage reduction, and you've got a massive citadel to worry about, to manage. So, this is not a brawling ship. So you got to be real careful with that. One thing to remember while I'm kind of doing the 360 pan around this ship, if you have to engage targets that actually get into secondary range, on this side you only have the 5 turrets here that can engage. If you catch them on this side, you've got 9 turrets. These turrets up here on the flight deck there, they will engage on this side of the ship, so you've got 9 turrets to engage with secondaries. So just remember that when we start talking about secondaries. So like I said, fragile ship though. Your maneuverability, you 30 knots, you're pretty quick. 22.5 seconds time to full speed is not bad. You are the least maneuverable of all the U.S. battleships with that turn time and max traverse speed. So just keep that in mind. That's why I tend to play, at distance with this ship for as long as I possibly can. The main guns are pretty good. 22-second reload on these 406s. You got the twin triple turrets up front. You got the one quad turret in the back. And the accuracy's pretty nice on them. I'm going to say that. With the build I've got, I'm pushing a little over 16 kilometers. The HE damage isn't bad, and that fire chance is nice at 13%. The AP damage is real nice, over 2,000 AP alphas. It's tremendous, and they do hit pretty hard. 5 degree a second turret traverse. Typical battleship. You guys should be used to that by now. So, I already discussed how the secondaries work. You got 10 10 turrets of them. 127s, 387 for your alpha, almost 6.5 kilometer range. They turn pretty quick at 16 degrees per second, so they're pretty nice. Now, guys, I'm not a CV player at all, really. You know, you'll find me here and there when I'll putz around with like the Eric Lowenhart at tier 6. That's about as far as you see me get in CVs. So I can't talk about capacity, you know, of how many planes you have. I could tell you that the dive bombers here, very low HP pool. Got to be real careful who you're sending them after. Bomb damage is nice. 33% fire chance, pretty good. So you know, I tend to try to play this, watch who's been damaged, you know, who's dropped the damage control. So I could try to set some permafires. The fighters, very nice for spotting destroyers in a non-CV match. If you've got a CV on your team and you got your enemy CV focusing you pop those fighters right above your ship. And the like I said, AA monster, guys. I have to be careful because, you know, I'm not good with positioning them around the map against other CVs. So I will get my fighters baited and just lose them like that. Besides that, hit point wise, they're pretty weak, so you got to be real careful where you're sending them. And I've been talking about it on how many times now. AA monster. Great AA on this ship. Great range for your AA. You know, there's nothing. That's like the best selling point to me about the ship as a battleship player. Very tough for an enemy CV to farm me with this thing because I've got great AA. And your surface detection is an issue with this ship. And even with not a full surface detection build, but you know, I put surface detection in the third slot. Still 11 kilometers for surface detection. Not great. Going to my equipment here real quick. Guys, this is an American ship. You want the extra range on your main guns and your secondaries. Really, really important, I think, with this ship. So I went artillery plotting room. I've gone acceleration. I don't really see the benefit of steering here because you are kind of playing at distance quite a bit. So I said I like acceleration. And just to help myself out a little bit more, getting to try to find out where things are before I start shooting my main guns. That's why I'm running surface detection, because you know, if you push up a little too far in this ship and you're not careful, you're going to get instantly deleted. And the gameplay I got will kind of demonstrate the issues you'll have if stuff gets in close range to you. You know, my supplies, I could go full surface detection. That would knock that down under 11 kilometers. So, you know, that'd be all right. But I went with improved crew rations, get the reload times down a little bit on the mains and the secondaries. I did go refine diesel to be a little bit faster, give the traverse a little bit of help, try to steer just a little bit better. And then I went with the extra AA ammo, get a little extra damage on my large caliber and small caliber AA. I really didn't see the need for extra speed on my dive bombers and my fighters. And I don't think giving extra hit points to these things is really going to help out. I don't think that's enough hit points to really help it out. So this is my build. This is what I'm pretty comfortable with. And let me, before I show the commander off, so you guys can see where I'm sitting at with this ship. Oh, I've got 27 games in it. I've had some issues with teammates when I play this ship, so you know my win rate's just a hair under 60%. You know, I'm MVP in 26% of the matches. Nice. And once I've kind of figured some stuff out, this is a very nice damage farming ship. It is. You're going to get really nice games with it if you're careful. All right, so commander builds, guys. Now there's a lot of different things you could do with this ship. You know, obviously I went more of a stock battleship commander here. with the underwater protection expert. I did take the extra air defense alert, and I did take the air defense alert, or the air defense expert, to get a little more duration and better cooldown times on them. Obviously, I went artillery maintenance expert, just so I got a little bit better dispersion when we got some health. Fire supremacy for the extra reload. No brainer here. I really don't see dogfight specialist helping you out very much. So I went with the fully prepared to get my cooldown, my repair kits back quicker. Extinguisher, I've talked about this. Great skill to have on a battleship. Demo expert, great on American ships. Obviously, master reloader. Now, here's the issue I have with this. You could technically go with a dauntless dive here and get a little bit better performance from your dive bombers. Now, I know there's a commander out there, that epic commander, was it Richard Best? He's got a Dauntless Dive Plus, but DFA did a video on that showing that's kind of bugged. So, he would be my choice if I had him for this line, because then he's got a better Citadel strike for dive bombers. So, but I want APCS because you never can go wrong with it with a battleship. And then I did go Citadel strike. American dive bombers can get a critical hit, so granted it's not armor piercing, but you can get a little extra damage out of those bombs here and there. So that's why I took it. Obviously, a little bit better Citadel when you can get it. Great. I don't see the benefit to horizontal protection expert with this ship. They're not going to hit your deck. They're going to hit that massive hangar in the middle of your ship, and that's where you're going to just get absolutely wrecked. So that's my commander build. This is what I kind of like with the ship. Besides that, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about with this one. So I think I got a gameplay that kind of shows off a non-CV player's perspective on this kind of ship. How I'm spotting with my fighters, who I'm targeting with my bombers. And unfortunately, it's a loss. My team got a little run over, and I talked about it in the game itself that, if something gets too close or you give yourself, you're giving enemy teams this particular perspective of your ship, you're going to have a very, very early exit from a game. So just things to be careful with this ship. So with that, I'll get the gameplay up. Like I said, I think it kind of shows everything off. You get to see the guns working. Like I said, my perspective on playing this thing as a quote-unquote hybrid carrier. Like I said, it's a loss, but it is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and we'll get that going for you. All right, what do we got here? St. Vincent, Incom, Preußen, Jinan, Buffalo, Gdansk, and a Gearing. I think there's 2 Shemas, a Minnow, a Shema, or a Smolensk on our team. Okay. On Haven. All right, so at least I'm on a good side here, I think. So I'm just going to ease forward a little bit. I'm going to use my fighters. I'm going to put my fighters up over here, the scout. And we're just going to ease up between C and D here. And then we'll start picking targets out from there. I got to figure someone's going to flank on my end from the enemy team. Alright, so there's destroyer number 1. Alright, that's the gearing. So let's set our fighters over here now. I just want to keep stuff spotted. There's their Gdansk. St. Vincent. Alright, we're going to bring them back. And think we're going to keep gearing spotted. Looks like our destroyer isn't going to give two rat's asses about him. Alright, the Preußen. That's who I really want. Alright, we got a fire started on gearing. And we're just going to ease up and engage this Preußen right now. We're still undetected. Gearing looks like he's about done. Yep. Good job, Smolensk. So let's just keep this guy distracted as best we can. Oh, I lost all my planes. Alright, Smolensk, yeah. Preußen's out. Okay, so now we can swing around a little bit. I'm still not cruising along very fast. I'm just easing along here because I don't want to get shot by like St. Vincent or Incomp. That's just going to be brutal. However, if I can get shots off in St. Vincent, that would be good. And I have a dive bomber group ready to go. I don't want Buffalo. Really don't want to drop on Jinan either, but I just want to give some help where I can. All right. Oh, Gdansk. Hello, Gdansk. Going to drop our fighters over here. All right, Jinan's out, so our dive bombers didn't do anything, I don't think. Get a full. Want to get a full salvo on him. See if I can help. I don't know if I can help grab that zone or not. All right, Gdansk. You've got no AA. I need to keep you spotted. And you're going to take full pens from these for the most part, so. But I missed. Alright, we just got a fire started on him. Gdansk got the perma-fire, so that's nice. I'm not stressing the torpedoes. They floods me. Go ahead and pop our heel now. We're going to get more shots out on Incomp. And then we're going to be an annoying ass with the dive bombers and lock them onto Gdansk. That's my one problem with these things. You know, he can go dark now, but those dive bombers, you know, are like little heat-seeking missiles. Alright, there's Buffalo. Now you notice I'm just playing easy, guys. Alright, so we got the destroyer. Both destroyers are out. Buffalo's in a bad position. I'm going to be able to rapid reload him down here in a second. I couldn't clear the island. That's a shame. Alright, I know we're going to lose him, but he's hurting quite a bit. Alright, see if we can get him to go back that way. Alright, Buffalo, you just got to go. Get out of here. And it's just me. Oh, goody. Alright, so we're going to take on Incomp, I think, first. I don't want to take on... I really don't want to take on frickin' St. Vincent. I mean, Incomp's going to hurt when he gets a hold of me, but he is fragile. Now, the nice thing about this is at least I've got the good secondary side going. Yeah, see, that was going. I knew that was going to hurt. Alright, 19 seconds on the dive bombers. Oh, great. St. Vincent came around that way. Alright, well, we're going to do as much damage as we can. And, well, you know what? We're just going to pop that right now. We're going to rapid reload now. I'm going to eat a torpedo, but that's alright. Because I'm not going to last much longer. Yeah, St. Vincent's just going to wreck me. Oh, teammates, what did you do? What did you do? So, therein lies the problem with this ship. So, I had to stay back because Incomp and St. Vincent, I knew were going to wreck me. So if I would have pushed too far up in the sea cap, I would have been giving them very easy shots on me. And, I would have been out earlier in the match. But, I mean, guys, if any of you were on my team and you're watching this channel, I'm going to apologize now. But, I mean, a 26K Yamato, come on. Repub put himself into a rough spot, pushing into sea cap, so he was able to, get I'm stuttering all over the place, but he was able to get the snot beat out of him by St. Vincent and Incomp. I didn't know what happened to the Mino there. Pretty sure, yeah, I had the Shima from Bees on my flank, so he's the one that took out the Preußen. I mean, I don't know what else I could have done there. Just looking at it, I really don't know what else I could have done. But, I mean, this game really encompasses everything about Louisiana. You got pretty good guns, you got that nice reload, but you're fragile. So you got to be real careful with your positioning with it. And sometimes you can't carry a game with it. It is what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.